Everybody, good day. Hope everyone's doing well. Today we can talk through a little bit about growing sweet potato. It seems to be a popular topic. And meanwhile, I'm going to start some seeds. So I got some mulch in here. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. Big pieces of stuff. Alright, I'm going to wet this. Oh, sponge. I need to make sure I start these earlier. Alright. Good day. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. We are starting parsley seeds today. I am doing a soil block here. Soil blocking for parsley this time. Good day, good morning. Hi, Jackie. Hope you've been well. Gosh, it got warm, right? It's like 80 degrees. It's 85 today here in North Texas. So is it 90 degrees for you today? I started on time today, or actually early. I'm so proud of myself. I'm gonna try to be more on time. We are, oh, Jackie, have you grown sweet potatoes before? It seems to be a trending topic right now. So I thought maybe I'd dedicate some time to talk about growing sweet potatoes. I was up in the Houston, this weekend for the, well, it is Texas in November after all. Oh, okay. Did you have a good time at the Ren Fair though? I'm sure. Like, how can it not be a good time? Oh, aside from the weather, of course, it was boiling hot. Yeah, it's like 85 degrees here today. I think next week it's supposed to finally cool. But wait, you are more south of, oh no, wait, I guess Houston is more south of you, huh? More southeast. All right. I was trying to sprout parsley. Hi, good day everybody. I am in North Texas today. It's gonna be 85 degrees for the high, and we are growing things, of course. I'm attempting to garden in I'm attempting to winter garden in my freezing zone. So it gets down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit in February, but wish me luck. I've grown onions and garlic before, so this will be my first year growing other vegetables. Great, yeah, great suspicion, Hamilton, just based on the fact that I'm in like short sleeves today. North Texas, Dallas area. Jackie, you're saying Houston is much closer to the coast. Ah, that's right. That's right. We call Houston the armpit of Texas. Hi, Julia. Well, welcome from Kentucky. I'm here in North Texas today, and I'm in zone 8A, attempting to winter garden my freezing zone. Some of the things that I have growing right now are cilantro. So this is my cilantro. I started from seed. It's been 3 weeks now. 3 weeks of growing cilantro. And then I also have sweet potatoes. Well, okay, so sorry, this is not to confuse anybody. That is not a winter crop, but I wanted to talk about that. Spinach, of course. Julia, let me know what you're growing, if you're growing anything. Hamilton, no worries. Yeah, it's okay. It's just where I live, though. It's where I grew up. Doesn't it? It looks so happy. Although, okay, so if you guys remember, last week we started some seeds, and they have not sprouted yet. I think it's been a little bit too warm. So they have not sprouted yet. And the last week it's been 80 degrees. And it's going to be another 80 degrees before we finally cool down on Wednesday. Hi, Les. Good day. Hamilton, what are you growing, if you're growing anything at all? Julia, let me know if you're growing anything right now in your zone. Oh yeah, spinach. This is the other one I was going to show you guys. This is my spinach that's been growing. Look, we're finally getting the tiny baby spinach looking leaves, right? Because initially they all look like this. It's like these long leaves. But now this is starting to look a little bit more like what you get in the store, or this right here. It's a little bit more like the baby spinach that you get in the store. The other thing I wanted to share was sweet potato seems to be a really popular topic, and I think it's mostly for those even more south of me. So in the southern part of Texas, like really close to like the really warm parts, you could grow sweet potatoes even now. In my zone, I will attempt to, at least not intentionally. One of the things I'm trying this season is I'm trying to overwinter my sweet potatoes. Normally what happens is around this time, fall, you harvest them and you compost your sweet potato vines. This year I'm trying something new that I've seen other people do and have heard of other people doing, which is leaving the roots of this in the ground. So let's say, I already did a video about this. Okay, Jackie, I'll read it in a second. Let me finish my thought. I already did a video about this, but it showed me harvesting my sweet potatoes. Okay, so don't laugh. This is my tiny sweet potato harvest. Very different in comparison to what I harvested in prior years. But it's because I planted late in the season. It was like mid-July by the time I put the plants, the slips in the ground, all right? And yeah, timing is everything when it comes to the garden. When it comes to gardening. So I had my slips. The roots were of course a little bit more developed. I planted these in July and it's what, mid-November. So it took about, how long? I also didn't water very well. So my sweet potatoes, this is what happens when you don't really water that well and you plant late. You get a small harvest. But that's okay. Next year I'm gonna be more on top of it. You guys will be getting reminders from me, especially if you're in my zone, to be sprouting your sweet potatoes in February. And so you'll have slips, plenty of slips in time for May. Let's see, Hamilton, let's see, Jackie, you're saying, I have a magic pumpkin that popped up where I planted my, how excited! I remember you saying, Jackie, and you said that they were growing really well. That's exciting. Hamilton, you're saying, I'm growing an obnoxious bad online. That's funny, Hamilton. Well, welcome. Jackie, they're still great little yes, they are. I only got 3, but that's okay. We're gonna get it back up to what it used to be. So I harvested these 3. They have to go through curing process like onions and garlic do. So what I'm doing is I'm just wrapping them up and see there's some dirt on them. I'm just wrapping them up in some newspaper and putting it in here. They need high humidity, so 80 to 90 degrees humidity, and need to be placed in a warm area. Some people say above the fridge is good. Right now it's still really warm in Texas, so I actually just leave them around in the house. It'll get up to 80 degrees in my house today. So that's this. Anyways, if you guys are, so if you're more south of me, supposedly I guess you could grow these technically. They just don't tolerate frost. Like you'll see, this has frost damage from the frost we had last Monday here in North Texas. So once the leaves get damaged, of course, it can't continue to grow the tubers underneath. This is a store sprouted one in case anyone's curious. See, you'll see, kind of like potatoes, it has eyes from where the sprouts grow. And that's where you get more. So what I was saying was I had pulled up the plants. The vines are probably about this long, not very long, because my plants were rather late, or I had a short time to grow in the season. But I went ahead and replanted them after digging up the tubers, and we'll try to cover them with mulch and let them overwinter in my garden this year. Thank you, Helium. I hope you're awesome. We're here growing our own food, but also like to do garden to table as well as getting outside. So that's encouraging daily movement and just getting your general vitamin D for good mood regulation. That's what we're here for. This is sweet potatoes. Let me guys know if you have any questions about sweet potatoes. Happily share. And if anyone's curious, this is cilantro that I grew from seed. It is now about 3 weeks old. It is a cool season crop. So right now is a good time to be planting them, except we're having exceptionally warm weather here in North Texas today. It's 85 degrees. So, Cilantro is looking really good. I feel like in about a week it's gonna start bolting soon though, we'll see. If you guys didn't know, cilantro is one of those plants that you need to be planting on a succession schedule because they have a relatively short lifespan. So after it'll go to seed in about a month. It is in the cooler season, so maybe I'll get a couple more weeks out of it, but like right now, I would go ahead and harvest the outer leaves, right? I would go ahead and harvest the outer leaves, leaving the ones in the middle growing still. So in the middle, they're still small, but you harvest all the outer leaves. I gotta harvest mine soon. They say the more you harvest, the less likely your plant is to bolt or go to flower. Hi Jay. 360, I don't know what that means. Oh, you're curious to see a 360? Hamilton, your channel is serious. My channel is serious, knowledgeable, and constructive. Okay, productive. I only troll the dithering fabric. Oh well, thank you, Hamilton. Serious. How about informative? I mean, informative or educational. I do. Yes, I liked it, and that's, I don't know, when they talk about like bringing value to people. I guess entertainment is also a form of value, but one that I find doesn't come as easily for me. I have to spend more time thinking about how to actually entertain. But informative is definitely right up my alley. It's easy for me to do, so that's what I've done. I know it typically doesn't sell as well, but I'm sure there are intelligent people out there, or do you don't have to be intelligent, or some people that appreciate that kind of knowledge. So that's what I'm here for. Thank you, Hamilton. Thank you. Yes, I want to be. I hear. I guess creators will get to a point where they feel like they have to shout in order to get attention, or that's what I'm hearing. And you're right, I think I have seen that as well. And I may have used it in like a video or two, but it is normally not me. And I think I finally figured that out, like that this is just my style, and I'm just gonna stick with it. I'll find the people. Les, you're saying, Jackie, I've had good luck germinating cilantro in damp paper. Okay. Oh, hold on, Jackie. Sorry, I missed that. Jackie, you're saying I haven't been successful. Mine was never able to survive the heat. Yes. So Jackie, when it got cooler, that's when I was able to successfully sprout my cilantro. Like I was telling you guys, last week we sprouted on live together, or we attempted to seed some of the cilantro leaves, and they haven't sprouted yet. It's been over 80 degrees during the day, so maybe that's why they're not growing. But when it was like a high of, what was it, like 50s and 70s, that's when they did really well. They sprouted like that. Jackie, I would also say the other thing that I've tried with cilantro is I've tried growing them in the shade of another plant as well. And that seems to do okay. Like in the peak of summer when we had 100 degrees weather, I had a vine that was growing over it, and so I planted it underneath that vine. And they still sprouted. But then a couple days later, I forgot to water it and they died. So don't forget to water, but they can definitely try that. Try sprouting it in the shade of another plant where it's cooler. In the, what do they call it? In the under the canopy of another plant. In Texas, we do have very different weather. I mean, like Les was just telling me this morning that you guys had snow this morning in Canada, right? And then rain this afternoon. So I'm sure cilantro sprouts really well in those conditions, but when you've got 85 degrees weather in November, it's a little bit more of a challenge. Riffles. Yes, I'm a gardener, as in a food gardener though. I do have friends that do the 420 type of gardening, but that's not me. Les, I put them in the Ziploc bag nice to keep the humidity, right, Les? Let's see. Hi, Matthew Downey, welcome. Jackie, I need to work on getting taller plants. Mine are, yes. So Jackie, that's also one of the things that I want to work on in my front yard garden. I need to add in more canopies. You know how this is kind of borrowing the concepts of permaculture, but you have to have like your tall plants, like your trees, your fruit trees, and then in the middle they might be like berry bushes. So my blackberries, I plan to move some of them from the side of the house more into the front yard to provide more shade. So that's what I need to be working on this winter. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. But yes, absolutely. Matt, hi. Cool, well, welcome. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, welcome back, Matt. I love your energy. I love your energy. Hello, besties. We are growing our own food here in North Texas. We do get frost and freezing temps in my zone. Down to 10 degrees in February is how cold it'll get. But I am going to attempt a winter garden in my freezing zone, specifically vegetables. I've grown garlic and onions in prior years, and this will be the first year that I'm trying to vegetable garden though. So far so good. I mean, we had our first frost on Monday of last week. That was the first test, if you will. But then you get like 80-degree weather, and we've been getting it for a week now, so you can understand why I feel encouraged to try to grow. What's going on here, PK? Well, welcome. I was trying to start some, I didn't even explain this to everybody yet. I have some parsley seeds. They're very, 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 very tiny. You can see them. There's the little specks in my bowl here. I've been soaking them since morning. So it's been a couple hours of soaking. I did not have my parsley sprout, even though I started them about 2 weeks ago. They did not sprout. So I'm trying something where I'm letting them soak in water, and hopefully they'll germinate better. Supposedly, parsley has a really tough outer seed and needs to be soaked all the way through in order for it to sprout. So we're gonna try that. Hopefully that does the trick, because I really wanna have parsley this winter for all my soups and everything. So we talked about parsley. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for saying hi. And if you're wondering what this is, does everybody know what this plant is? For those of you that have been here, like PK, do you recognize this plant? You've seen it in the grocery stores. Maybe you're also growing it as well. Les, you're saying, I built a hoop house a few years ago. Those will... Excellent, Les. Are you trying it Are you gonna use your hoop house this season? I basically have a hoop house setup. It's just not very robust, and I need to work on refining it. Nice, PK. Nice, Ratific. Cilantro, excellent. So this is cilantro growing. Oh, can you guys see it? Can you guys guess this plant? What plant is this? It's a little bit harder to tell. This. Does that help though? What does that look like to you? Hello from Bedroom Lay. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. We are growing our own food here. And I was asking the audience what vegetable they thought it was. No, for those of you that know, shh. PK, it's also a cool season crop. Yes, like cabbage, but cabbage grows very differently. I'll show you a cabbage in a little. This is spinach. Do you see that now? This is a baby spinach leaf. I know, it has this long tendril. That's just part of its growing process. Initially sprout like this with the long leaf, but this is the actual leaf that you then see in the grocery store. PK, yes, PK, excellent. Yeah, good call. So that's how these grow. These have been growing for maybe 2 weeks now. This is what spinach looks like after 2 weeks. And then as I let it grow larger, it'll grow into large spinach. This is cilantro, of course. From each seed, you get one cilantro plant. And then from each plant, you'll get like a few leaves. Ooh, that's kind of heavy. A few leaves. And the way you would harvest this is you pluck the outer leaves. Undergraduate gamer, yes, this was spinach. Excellent. Corn. I'm not growing corn right now. So right now it is winter here in North Texas, and so we're growing all cool season crops. If you're even more south of me, there's a potential that you might also be growing some warm season crops, but where I am, we get freezing temps. So yes, this is spinach. Nice. No corn. Hello from England, Bella. Hello, Soulful Voice. Ours looks good. Yeah, so this is spinach here. This is what it grows. Each spinach seed will give you a spinach plant from which you'll harvest a few spinach leaves. And then, yeah, so you really need if you're gonna grow spinach, highly recommend you grow them from seed, because you're not gonna get a whole lot if you're just buying that one plant at the grocery store. Same thing when it comes to cilantro. Highly recommend that you grow these from seed. Cilantro has a relatively short lifespan, kind of like spinach. And so after about a month, it'll start to bolt or go to flower. And so it doesn't make sense for you to buy a cilantro plant. You probably want to buy the seed so you can do what we call succession planting. That means every 2 weeks, you start a new set of seeds so that you'll get a continuous harvest. Cilantro is very different from the other herbs. Most of the other herbs like parsley, parsley, oregano, what's the other, mint, those are all mostly cut and come back again vegetables or herbs, but not cilantro. PK, I am in zone 8A, North Texas. It gets freezing in February in particular, sometimes down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It is about 11:20 a.m., Ashwin. Les, when they both say produce, they do, yes, Les. Yeah, so good point, Les. Les is reminding me of one of the things that I like to do regularly, which is, of course, once you let it flower and go to seed, collect all those seeds and you never have to buy seed packets again. You just replant those seeds or save them and replant them so you'll get a continuous harvest. Thank you, Adarsh. We're out on my front lawn here. It's the sunniest part. That's why I grow out here in my front lawn. And I'm just showing off some of the things that I can transport and show you guys here. Oh, this is, okay, so keep in mind, this is not a sweet potato. I mean, this is not a cool season crop. This is a warm season crop. Do you guys recognize this? Jackie, your oregano. Yes, Jackie, oregano. Yeah, that's what I'm learning too. Oregano is a lot like mint, except a little less aggressive. Soulful Voice, let's see. Hi, Roman. Soulful Voice, how to grow these here in Dubai where weather remains super hot and indoors. I'm not sure what to do. Soulful Voice, it also does get really hot in Texas. We get 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what, like 40 degrees Celsius and plus as well. But it does, we do have relatively mild winters though. So that's the one nice thing about Texas. Les, I have grown dill. I don't have any on hand though right now. I had the plant go to seed and then I forgot to harvest it and now it's just somewhere in my garden and not growing apparently. Ugh. Hi Holden, welcome. Front garden gnome. Is that a potato? Yes, okay, yeah, dag, yes. So this is a sweet potato in particular. And I was just demonstrating how I sprouted it from store-bought. Used to live in Texas. Oh, okay, nice. Excellent. Yeah, that's a nice south part. I'm more north. I'm in North Texas near Dallas. Roman, I have no green thumb. The flowers were just for being so... Oh, thank you, Roman. I appreciate it. But if you guys are curious and curious about growing your own food, you could try. This one's a pretty easy one. Let's see, harsh. Oh, I miss Texas, but not the weather. Oh, I know. It gets really hot here in North Texas in particular. It's like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is the sweet potato. If you were to plant the sweet potato in some water, so this is your sweet potato from the store, it'll grow roots like this. And then from the top, it'll have the leaves sprout, typically from the eyes. This is considered an eye. So you'll see how there's a little sprout there. That is an eye. Kind of like you also have, this grows similar to a potato, where potatoes will also have eyes, and from the eyes, it'll sprout leaves. So it'll grow like this, and then when they're old enough, you break it off, and then you put that in water so it will grow roots. This is what you call a slip, and from a slip as well, you'll be able to grow sweet potatoes from. There'll be about 5 or 6 tubers that grow underground. So I'm gonna put this in some water. The roots are not very big enough, but once they are, I can then put them in the ground. It's freezing in my zone here, so I say put them in the ground, but really I mean put them in the ground so I can cover them with mulch and let them overwinter. If something happens to grow, great, but we do get freezing temperatures here in North Texas, and these are heat-loving vegetables, right? They grow best in heat. Les, how do they grow? Potatoes are tubers. Do they grow underground? Yes, they also grow underground, Les. Les, I just published a video about this on YouTube. I have yet to upload it to Insta, for example, though. PK, you're saying, I attempted dill this year, but the swallowtail... Well, that's not a bad thing, PK. You contributed to feeding the ecosystem. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could cover your dill and prevent them from doing that, or harvest more frequently, or plant more than one dill. Yay, yes, Dag, that is totally what I am. I'm an informative content creator talking about growing your own food. It's what excites me. I also love cooking, which is why Garden to Table is also part of my channel. And of course, encourage people to get outside, vitamin D, as well as general mood health regulation because of exposure to sun. So lots of good things about getting outside. Tip, hi, how is it billions of years old? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna be able to answer some growing your own food questions. I won't be able to answer how. I know, isn't that amazing though, how old the earth is? Oh, okay, Les, yeah. And so it's a vine. So this grows into a vine, and then at that base of the stem is where the tubers grow. Yeah, so I also have a video you guys can see. From in prior years, I had pretty good harvests, but like I said, I planted these late in the season, so that's why these did not give me as much. This was my harvest this year. No laughing, okay? No laughing. This is my harvest this year. In prior years, though, I had like pounds. This is my harvest this year. That's it. That's it. So this is just to emphasize again, timing. Timing is really important when it comes to growing your own food or gardening in general. With the seasons comes different benefits, or like with the seasons come different temperatures, rainfall levels, maybe even snow, right? So you need to understand that for your season and plant appropriately. Here's what happens if you plant a little bit late, or in some cases planting too early is not good either. Your plants may die from frost or struggle in the heat. Potatoes, yes, Jackie, potatoes, yep. Dag, thank you. Okay, thank you. What? Oh, Link, this one. This one is sweet potato. Were you asking about this one, Lincoln? Have you grown May pops? PK, no, I have not grown May pops. Actually, what is that? I'll have to go look that up. I'll check it out. Okay, Sajal, hello. Okay, this one. This is a sweet potato. Do you recognize it? So let me move all the green things away. I'm gonna explain how it grows. It seems like this is, okay, so this is your sweet potato from store-bought. In particular, this is a Japanese sweet potato variety where the inside is white. And it's starchier than your orange sweet potatoes that you find often in the American grocery stores. When you place it in water, here's what happens. It grows roots like this. And then from the top, it'll grow leaves like this. From the eyes in particular. So this is what's called an eye. And this is the same way that potatoes grow as well, like your Yukon potatoes as well. When it grows like this is not done yet. If you want to grow more sweet potatoes, you have to actually form slips. And the way you do that is by breaking this off, putting it in water so that it also grows its own roots. These need to develop a little longer. So I am letting them root a little bit longer before I can then plant them in ground. From this, it'll grow a vine. And then at the base of that stem is where you're gonna find 5 or 6 tubers that you can harvest 4 months later. Hi, Jean Sung. I am Taiwanese American. No, I'm not Filipino. Yeah, but I do have a darker skin tone because Taiwan is also tropical as well. Thank you for asking. Welcome, Jamie. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of new people here. Let's see. You're not the only one. Maypops are a type of native passion. Oh! They grow wild on my land. I imagine they're pretty... okay. Oh. That's cool with PK. I am growing passion fruit. I don't know what variety, though. It is a passion fruit that my neighbor gave me. And it's doing really well. It didn't seem bothered by the frost. I think what I'm going to do is when it gets into really freezing temperatures, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my sweet potato vines, which is put them mulched underground, protected, and then just re-put it back out come spring of next year when it's warm enough. Jackie, you're saying that sounds lovely. Do maypops grow in clay? They probably, I wonder, yeah, that's a great question, Jackie. Roger Lee, hello. You look like that. Oh, thank you. I'm so flattered. Thank you. Oh, I'm so flattered. Thank you. I'll have to go look because it's been a while since I've seen Karate Kid. I'll have to go look it up. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Les, you're saying I should try to grow some Okay, yeah, Les, can you grow tuber vegetables hydroponically? I guess so. Like carrots, I guess you could grow. That would be interesting. I've only ever dug these out of dirt. That's interesting. Lincoln, I'm just saying I want to grow a bonsai tree. Oh, that's cute, Lincoln. That is super cute. I don't know how to grow a bonsai tree. Let me know. I'm always learning from you guys as well. Hello, M. Jackie, you're saying I'm growing a blue passion flower vine, but the fruits, if any, won't be edible. Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Oh, Jackie, I didn't realize your variety was not going to be edible. Is it blue, or when you say blue, do you mean blue as opposed to purple? Because typically they're purple flowers, right? And I know that's definitely the variety that mine's going to be, purple. Hi, Jitendra. Good, thank you. We're just here talking about growing your own food. I was just showing off sweet potato and how that grows. And we've also got cilantro here. Started from seed. This is about 3 weeks old cilantro plant. And then some spinach here as well. Gregory, yes, this is specifically a sweet potato. Not a potato, but a sweet potato. And I've sprouted it. You can grow, I got this from the store, and I've sprouted it to grow more sweet potatoes. Jamie, I have been watching and commenting. Thank you, Jamie. My videos are so different to yours. I don't know how I... Oh, okay. Well, Jamie, I'm excited. Is it maybe because growing your food is just something that everybody needs to do? I wonder. I'll have to check you out, Jamie. Thank you for calling that out. Okay. I harvest San Pedro and tobacco. Oh, very cool, Wrong. I grow more food than I do those, but that is really exciting. Have you tried growing food as well? I mean, everybody needs to eat, right? Les, you're saying, yes, people have grown tubers such as potato. Oh, okay. I'll be interested to see that, Les. PK, Jackie saying this, PK, you're responding to Jackie saying, the soil my maypops are growing in is pretty clayish, and they're doing just fine. A bit of compost probably wouldn't hurt, though. Good to know, PK. Thank you for responding. Jackie, yes, the flowers are blue and the plant... Oh, okay, blue passion flower. Thank you. Gregory. So, yeah. So, yes, you can grow these. It depends on your zone. I am in North Texas, so it is going to be freezing in my zone. What I'm trying this season is I'm going to plant these, but not with the expectation of harvesting in 4 months, because we're going to be going through some deep frost at that time. But the idea is that you can overwinter these and potentially grow them like a perennial. Perennial just means it comes back year after year. Whereas if it's an annual, it just means that after a year it dies, and then you have to replant it or reseed it for the following year. Jackie, excellent. You're saying, thanks, PK. Jackie's saying, Jamie, the last short of yours was garlic. Oh, okay. Jamie, okay, awesome. Yes, I love talking about garlic. That one's a good one. I would plant soon, though. You're going to run out of time. And it also depends on what zone if you're in the south or the north. North has a particular type of garlic that's more hardy than the south growing variety. So make sure you're following that. Hi, Haran. I'm here in the U.S. in Texas, North Texas. It is 85 degrees Fahrenheit today. What is that? 30 degrees Celsius? Not sure. Em, you're saying homegrown tomatoes look great and smell really nice. Yes, they do, Em. I mostly grow cherry tomatoes just because it gets so hot in my climate. The big tomatoes are only something that you grow in June. And then beyond June, you can really only do cherry tomatoes just because the days get really hot and the big varieties tomatoes struggle to produce fruit. And I hear it's because their pollen is not viable at like 90 degrees and above. But the cherry tomatoes will continue to give you fruit. Lincoln, you're saying, on my last birthday last year, my parents got me. Well, how cool, Lincoln. How are you putting that mini greenhouse to use? Jamie, you're saying, my videos are wild. Oh, okay, Jamie, I know why. It's because I also love getting outside. That is the third thing I talk about on my channel. I love talking about growing your own food, and then I also talk about garden to table, so cooking, and then the last part is, of course, getting outside. In the winter, I love to go snowboarding, and in all other seasons, it's rollerblading, it's getting outside, just being active, right? It's taking care of ourselves, not only through the food we eat, but by getting daily movement and getting outside and getting vitamin D. That is why. GNC, lol, you like wrong crowd. May just be an old username. We live right. Oh, hello, GNC from Canada. I'm here in North Texas. It's 85 degrees today. I'm sure it's a lot colder there, but welcome, welcome. Hi, Turok. Can you tell a few lines of your mom's lullaby? Tell? My mom's lullaby. I can answer any garden-related questions related to food gardening. Don't eat green. Yep, Roger, I've heard that. Don't eat green potatoes because it supposedly has some sort of growing. Well, yeah, there's like some sort of poison in it that grows, right? You know what I do? I still cut away that green part and still eat it. I mean, that's what they say. It'll make you sick, right? But yeah, I still try it anyway. Les, you're saying correct, Roger. Yep. GNC, same time zone. We truly get freezing here, but late this year. Yeah, I still kind of confuse perennials and annual. Oh, okay, good, GNC. I'm glad to hear that helped. Yeah, perennial. So perennials, when it comes to vegetables, there's very few of them, but there's a few I can think of off the top of my head. Asparagus is one of them. I actually haven't talked about that much on my channel. I've been talking more about the seed starting vegetables, but asparagus is one of the perennial vegetables that I have growing in my yard. I kind of forget about it because it is growing in an area where I don't see it very often. It's in its second year though. If you guys didn't know, asparagus is a crop that you can grow and it comes back year after year. Even in more northern climates, it'll just, the tops will die away, but the roots continue to grow. It's potentially a 30-year-old plant, so every year for 30 years you can continually harvest. It'll start like this in the crowns. They grow from crowns, kind of like strawberries do, and they'll grow bigger and bigger over time. And yeah, that is what's going on. Jamie, oh, well, welcome from the UK. You love wild garlic. Oh, how awesome. I have yet to find wild garlic. I live in an urban suburban area. I think it's a little bit harder to find. Do you see? I remember annual and perennial by remembering birthdays are annual. They happen every year. Nice. Hi, drama. Seriously. Oh, well, I'm excited, Deanna. Yeah, I'm definitely your educational content creator or informative content creator. But hopefully people are learning things. Les, you're saying I prefer indeterminate tomatoes over determinate. Les, so do I, because you don't have to, it continues growing as long as you got the space for it, right? It's like more bang for your buck. I absolutely prefer that as well. Okay, good to see you, Lincoln. GC, I only eat them in sauces. Tomatoes still feel like a vegetable. I did a walk. Oh, you did? Well, good job, GC. Ah, nice. Hi, Connell. Greetings from Germany. Oh, it is also wintertime here in North Texas. It's just unseasonably warm. We do get freezing temps down to, what is it, like, maybe like -8 degrees Celsius. But that's in February, so we've got another 2 months before we get super cold. GNC, mine was recent, Jackie. Oh, thank you, by the way. I meant mine. Okay. Sincere, you're on a YouTube platform, and this is educational content regarding growing your own food, as well as garden to table, and just getting outside, being outside, getting vitamin D, and getting vitamin D, and getting your steps in, being healthy. Okay, so I'm just gonna water my, I had meant to start some of the parsley seeds that I pre-sprouted. I forgot that's what I was supposed to be doing. GC, been trying to live less like a stagnant vegetable, but yeah. Okay. Live less. Oh, well, good, GC. Keep it up. I know winter's coming, but I don't know, you could at least walk around your house. You can find like the afternoon to walk around in. You can bundle up. Sometimes that fresh air, that fresh biting air is a great way to refresh your mind as well. Or do you think we could grow rhubarb? Oh, Jackie, yes, that was the other, I forgot I was talking about that. Rhubarb here. I think you could. You would just grow it in a shaded part of your yard. I have to go look it up. I just remember it was like a, I mean, if we can grow asparagus, then yeah, I think we could grow rhubarb. Rhubarb was the other plant I was thinking of when I was talking about perennials. I mean, I personally don't have an interest in it, at least not yet. just because I know it's poisonous, except for you have to process it in a certain way, but it is really good in what, like rhubarb pies as well as desserts when sugar is added to it. Oh, geez. Oh. GNC, ever heard of Winterpeg? Winnipeg, simply. Yes, I have heard of Winnipeg, Canada. Yes. Oh. Oh, you meant as a username. Okay, no, I have not. Oh. Awesome. Hello, Johnny. Welcome back. Well, GNC, I hope you learned something new. And I'm sure I will learn from you as well. Potato weed, you know. Let's see. You did, Jackie? You had rhubarb growing as a child? Okay, now you have to tell me what you guys cooked with it. Tell me about it. Jamie, you're saying, my friend grows his own wild garlic. Wow. Big leaf. I mean, yeah, all you need to do is take home that wild garlic and start domesticating it yourself, right? Big leaves, great with pasta. Ooh, yummy. I've seen someone roll the leaves into butter. Ooh, oh, yum! And make long sausages and then cutting and then freezing. Oh, that sounds delicious, Jamie. GNC, live, not, live, not live, but both health so-so. Okay, oh, you got this, GNC. Hi, YD, hello. Thank you, YD. Thank you. GC, Canadian metric, yeah, if you subscribe. So you've been, I have been to Canada, yes. I worked up there for a little bit as well. I've been to Victoria Island, I've been to Vancouver, I've been to, what is that, the one, Banff National Park. The only place I haven't been is, I don't think I've been to Toronto, really. I've not been to the east side of Canada. I've only been to the middle or the Texas of Canada, and I've been on the west side. Cobb, have you ever dined on a long pig? I'm guessing you're asking that in the context of Asian cuisine. Like sometimes we'll take a whole pig and roast it. I have not eaten like that before. Typically, if I remember correctly, it's like served for celebrations. I've not been to that big of a celebration or a luau before. Thank you for asking though. So here we are going to be starting some parsley seeds. I kind of forgot about it. Like I was telling you guys, I planted parsley seeds 2 weeks ago and they did not sprout. So I'm gonna try again. This time I pre-soaked my seeds for 2 weeks, or sorry, for a couple hours though. Oh, it's hard to see, right? Hard to see. Anyway, it's the little seeds there. Thank you, Jackie, for moderating. Thank you, Les, for also moderating. Appreciate it. Please shout out to our best gardener in Phoenix, Dixon. Oh, hello, Jenny. Shout out to Dixon Mayes. Oh, well, welcome. Jamie, I wonder if you are a vegetarian. Jamie, I'm not vegetarian. I'm not vegetarian. I do also eat meat. At one point I did, after COVID, I did try to get my family to eat as much plant protein as possible. So I think I've gotten pretty good at cooking beans. But we definitely still eat meat in our household, and I do as well. Hot Cheetos. Who got me? PK, do you grow any fruit? I do have fruit trees. I have a fig tree out in the front yard. And I have a bunch of fruits that I sprouted from seeds I got from store-bought fruit. Does that make sense? So I ate the nectarine, I ate the peach from the store, I ate the apples from the store, and then I just planted them in my backyard. So all along my fence line, I don't have a very big backyard. I planted trees very densely. And the idea was that I would keep them small and, if anything, exfoliate them. Exfoliate just means when you have a fence, it's flat, right? So exfoliate just means you grow it instead of round like a tree normally grows. You have it grow up against a wall. So you'll tell it to grow. You'll tell it to have a branch grow here, then here. Let it grow flat, essentially. Oh, is it a bad word? Okay. Oh, okay, got it. I'm gonna have to slow down and do that off screen. I'm glad whatever I said didn't sound like what it was meant to say though. Les, you're saying, I just got started some giant, large leaf Italian parts. Did you? Like you just started from seed, Les? Jose, no, I don't watch King of the Hill. That's why that is lost on me. I missed the reference. Jamie, you're saying, I didn't see any meat on your shirt. That's funny. Yeah, there's fruits and vegetables. No meat on my shirt. That's true. You're the Okay, let's see. Do you know what type of figs? It is the kind that, no, I don't know. I don't know the type of figs. I posted a number of videos about them, so maybe I could just submit an image to ChatGPT and it could tell me. It's not the black fig variety though. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go see what that sounds like off screen. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna hang out for another 10 minutes here before I'm gonna wrap. Hope you guys are learning something new. Let me know if you guys recognize. Oh, Hot Cheetos was timed out. Thank you so much, Jackie. Okay, so we got cilantro here. You guys recognize this, right? From a cilantro seed, which is also dried coriander, you'll get a plant, and this is what a plant. So I have many plants in here, right? And a plant is determined by where all the leaves come to one point. So that's cilantro there. We also got spinach growing and potato. Sweet potato in particular, that's what, these are some things. And then what I was gonna plant was parsley here today. Lizzie, Les, yes, gonna try. Okay, excellent, Les. Hot Cheetos. I built myself a greenhouse this year and I had the best heart. Wow. Bok choy, ooh. Okay, Hot Cheeto, what zone are you in? Are you in a very freezing zone? I'm so excited for you. Wow, you even had bell peppers. My bell peppers died, but I could sprout more. Jalapenos, okay. Each backbender, hello. Actually, my avocado plant's not going up from at least 2 months. I picked, oh, how cute. Maybe it needs to be up potted, backbender. Anytime you start to see the plant slow its growth, maybe it needs to be up potted and more room to grow. Natasha, I am here in North Texas, the US. Jackie, awesome, Liz, gotta keep us updated. Yeah, Phil, whoa, yes it is. I know, I am in the US. It is about almost noon in about 15 minutes. Hot Cheetos. Oh, sorry. I think it must have been someone else. PK, if you ever plant any more figs, I recommend any of the LSU varieties. Okay, good to know. Hello. Oh, okay, that makes sense, Hot Cheetos. How exciting! You have a greenhouse and you were able to successfully grow. Awesome. Jamie, I'm learning things. The only herb I have is rosemary. I should grow. Oh, yeah. Although rosemary is a pretty easy one, oregano is another easy one, and mint is another easy one. Again, also depending on your zone, mint and oregano will die back but come back in the spring. Whatever, hello. CW, awesome. I just started experimenting with some manzanita bonsai. Oh, let me know how that goes. I've never grown bonsai before, but that is a really cute idea that I am curious about. Here, all you have to do is grow them in really small pots. But I will tell you from experience that whenever I grow things in really small pots, like I have a citrus tree, it started to grow yellow. So I do feel like some of the trees, as much as you try to bind them, they still need room to grow. At least my kumquat tree did. Yep, Goober, yes it is. You guys are completely on the opposite other side of the world, yeah. I don't have chickens yet, Green Tools. That is a goal that I have for next spring though, maybe. I already have 2 kids. There's like already a lot going on in this house. Maybe. I keep telling them, you guys want pets? Great, let's get chickens. Jackie, Jamie, you're answering Jamie saying oregano and mint also grow aggressively. Yes. Oh yeah, good point, Jackie. Growing in pots, yes. Shut up. Hello, welcome. Do I have cocoa plants or seeds? No, I don't grow cocoa plants, mostly because I think my temperature is too cold. Right now, you guys are looking at it, it's super sunny. It's 85 degrees Fahrenheit, or I don't know what that is in Celsius, like at least 35 degrees Celsius. But we still get down to freezing and below. So not ideal to be growing cocoa plants. TG, you have a palindrome, but if that counts. Oh, well, exciting. Okay, you grow a lot of indoor plants. I grow more food plants. I do have like a snake plant inside, but I will tell you, it's generally neglected just because I have so many plant babies that I'm growing outside here that are food related. So that is where a lot of my priority goes, towards growing food, because at least I can like say, oh, I grew this, and then eat it and then see how it tastes, right? I think that's the excitement for me. Indoor plants is like, aside from looking at them and taking care of them, it's like not something that you can eat, or yeah. TG, that sounds super cool. Yep. Yes, very cool, Jackie. The pitcher plants are awesome though. Ooh, aquatic plants. So maybe I can learn something from you, because one thing that I eventually want to do is a long-term pond for potentially in the backyard for me to grow fish in. I don't even know if I have the appropriate room, but the idea is that I would not need to use I would rather not use a motor to keep the water aerated. I want to have natural plants doing the oxygen adding. So we'll see. Jamie, you're saying, okay, ooh, so. Winners, oh, okay, I don't know, meaning of life. I don't know yet, winner. I'm just here to talk about food plants for now. Really proud. Thank you, Em. Take care. Jamie, I eat spring onions often and sometimes, but put them in pots and use them. Yes, Jamie, that's a great one that you could even, I'm assuming you also grow it from the store as well. You could also grow from seed if you wanted, but store-bought, yeah, snip off the tops and then reuse them. That's a great plant to grow. It's like a classic garnish. Let's see, Jamie, you're saying, okay, so I got that. PK, you're saying, I think snake plants, they do for the most part, although mine is like tilted over and I need to repot them or uppot them. TG, thank you, Jackie. Oh. Excited to have you join us, TG. Hello, drinking car driver. Oh, drinking car driver. I hope it's not drinking and driving. Okay, winner's brain. What is the meaning of life? I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that some more. Drink, yeah. Thank you, GC, for also calling that. Yeah, don't drink and drive, please. Nafumi, do you make your own soil? Yes, I do, Nafumi. I like to compost. I use kitchen scraps, so whatever we don't eat, like the tops of the bell peppers, the skins of the carrots, I will compost all of that. You use a good mix of, I have a few composting videos out there, and I should probably do another one soon, but those fresh vegetables and scraps are called greens. So they're full of nitrogen, very wet, and then you also want to pair it with browns. So these are like dried leaves, things that have already, the nitrogen has left and it's been replaced with carbon. Things that are kind of further along in its life cycle, like dried out leaves, cardboard even. Cardboard, you could use, tear it into small pieces. Like dried grass is also a good one. You mix it together, generally in a half and half, and then you need some sort of mass though. So I would say at least something like this, or at least a 5 gallon, and then let it sit. You may need to turn it on occasion. You may need to add additional materials. If it's looking smelly, go ahead and add more dry browns. If it's not decomposing quickly enough, you may need to add more moisture or more nitrogen-rich greens. Jamie, I do not make my own compost from leaves from tea. It's also because I don't have any houseplants that I need to water it with. Typically, I just compost it. So this, for example, is a mix of my compost and native soil. So you'll see there's like bits of old seeds in there. I actually have some mulch in there, which ideally you shouldn't have, but this is like a bigger piece of a pumpkin skin that it hasn't quite broken down yet. But I still use it anyway, and there's eggshells, of course. I am not vegetarian, Manish. Thank you for asking, though. Does aloe vera help plants grow? What is that? Does faster? I'm not sure if it does. Maybe. You've tried nettle tea. It's okay and very healthy. Oh, okay, yum. My home is made of cardboard. Oh, really, Johnny? That is nice, Johnny. Now for me, thank you for the info. I'm just getting into this. All I have is just soil. Oh, okay, yep. So when you compost, you don't actually add soil though, unless you want a vermicompost. I didn't get a chance. Okay, I'm gonna try and cover it in the next couple of minutes. Just quickly composting. You guys can hang around. But if I don't catch you guys, because I'm gonna have to wrap in a couple of minutes. I am live on Wednesday and Fridays as well. So Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 11 a.m. Central. I'll catch you guys then. Now Fumi, there's different types of composting you can do. If we think about it on a temperature gauge, so like this being on the 60 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I forgot to ask, Nafumi, where are you in the world? Do you go by Fahrenheit or do you go by Celsius? I don't know all the Celsius conversions yet off the top of my head, but basically on the cool side, there's vermicomposting, also known as worm composting, earthworm composting. They take about a month to break down food, so kind of the slowest type. And then in the middle, you have what you call warm composting, WARM. And your pile will generally get to about 80 to 100 degrees. That's what I'm able to do with my volume. I also have black soldier flies that have naturally inhibited my pile, and their larvae is also helping me break down food. That typically breaks down in about 2 weeks. And then on the very hot side, when your compost gets to 120 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, I mean like really hot, it breaks down, and I think about in a week potentially. For that type of composting, then you need a good amount of volume. So a 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot mass. That's a lot. And you got to keep adding materials as needed. But if you have a pile big enough, it will get hot enough for you to kill all the disease and whatnot. So that's the one benefit about doing hot composting. Les, you're saying, Jackie, rooting hormone is used to make cutting sprouts fast. Yes, I have heard that, Les. I don't always do that, but yeah, I have heard that. Jamie, we call them stinging nettle. They grow wild. That is right. That's right, Jamie. You're in Canada, right, Jamie? Oh, I'm trying to keep everyone where everyone is. I feel like only people in Canada talk about nettles. Again, I worked in Canada for a little bit, and I would find that in the spring, all the restaurants would have nettle dishes as a special. Angel, oh no, Angel, don't. You can check out my videos later. Thank you. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and wrap. Yeah, yes. Oh, okay, so this is, yes, Monash. So this is cilantro. Do you recognize that? Cilantro, right? Looks familiar. Jamie, oh, England. Okay, England. Thank you, Jamie. I'm like trying to keep it all straight. This is spinach. Angel, go back to class. It is important for you to pay attention and stay in school and learn everything that you need to do. You need to learn so you can be wise and yeah, have a bright future. Okay, so here's the sweet potato that I sprouted. Yep, so these are the 3 things. I have a bunch of other things growing, but won't have time to cover them today. I have to just highlight a few things, and these are the ones that I can show and demonstrate here anyway. Jujubes, I can tell you they're not in season right now. I did do a whole video about how I dry them. I don't particularly have a tree, but my neighbor does, and while he was still here before he moved away, he allowed me to pick from his jujube tree. So my family would harvest them and let them dry. But yep, okay. Okay, Angel. Take care. Well, I'm wrapping up my live anyway. Take care and have a good one. You guys have a good one. And I will see you guys on Wednesday and Friday as well. Take care, everybody. Wednesday and Friday, 11 a.m. Central. Yeah, Frank, we'll have to hang out next time because I gotta go now.